anybody from getting new credit in your name. And I would add that. You could just say, you know, I'm the victim of so-and-so, I believe is stalking me and is, you know, attempting to access my credit. But you can put a note on your credit bureau. All right, so let's go back to this guy, Adam.
Yeah.
What about, so have you gone to the justice courts to get well, it would be an order of protection because you did live together.
I already have it. Meanwhile,
you already have it? Okay.
Meanwhile,
has he been served?
Well, I don't know his address.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't know it either.
Well, he's in a well, here is another twisted part of story. So on February 9th, when I was contacted by so-called, there was an impersonator on Telegram who was impersonating me using my name and my photograph, which I called police.
On Telegram?
On Telegram.
Okay, yeah, and that actually, police here can't do anything about that, but that happens all the time. But go ahead.
Okay. So that impersonator contacted me and claimed that Adam Smith changed his name from Adam Smith to Astra Miglana Stenvik, which is my name.
Right. On Telegram.
That's what I was told. What if he actually did change his name to my name?
Well, I mean, I can go through and look at the civil court, and you can too. You can go on to the Superior Court. Is he probably in Maricopa County, or you don't know?
Well, I was told by his girlfriend that they are in Snowflake, but she could be lying.
Yeah. His name's Adam Smith, though?
Yeah, his name is Adam Alistair Woodward Smith. And I gave police a picture of his passport. British passport.
I'm just going to look at, like, new filings. I mean, you can do some research that way, and if he changed his name to your name, you probably can do some, just, you know, kind of Google that, and...
Well, I did Google, I didn't find anything, but
yeah,
it doesn't mean it would
this
show
is
up
all,
on Google.
It doesn't mean it happened, it doesn't mean it didn't happen, I don't know, but it probably would be very difficult for him to do that here. Didn't you say he's here? What kind of visa is he here on?
Supposedly he was married in Georgia. Wife filed for protective order against him, to what I've been told, and he was refused, and she wanted to dissolve the marriage. And he was arrested by ICE in Texas in August. Detained for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so the likelihood of him being able to legally change his name here is slim to none. I don't believe that. I don't think that happened. I'm not saying I don't believe someone told you that. They may have, but I don't believe that he was able to do that. It would be very difficult to do that here, since he's not even a citizen, and you know, he's not a legal resident either if he just was arrested by ICE. But anyway, what I would do, and then as far as the rest of your report, I mean, honestly, I don't know what happened. You know, some of it seems kind of far-fetched. But the point is, there's no
Which part?
Well,
seems...
the part of him remotely turning off your cameras to get in your garage and drain your oil, that seems far-fetched. If he had said he drained gas from your vehicle, with the price of gas, I would probably be less skeptical. I don't know what happened with your vehicle. I also don't believe that he's remotely accessing your Ring cameras, unless did he have access to your Ring cameras before?
Well, he's British, MOD, former British MOD, Military Intelligence 6, MI6.
Yeah,
Signal
I know. I read
Intelligence.
that in the report. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm extremely skeptical of that too. The fact that he's here, and that's just very difficult for me to believe. It's also difficult for me to believe that he's got all this super secret spy power and he's using it to drain oil from your vehicle. It just doesn't make any sense.
He also told me in the past that he has friends who are former ops in Phoenix, black ops.
That's things that, I mean, these are the kind of things a lot of men say, especially when they're trying to meet women. I'm very skeptical. I honestly, I just don't believe it.
Actually, at this point, he's probably listening to our conversation, no matter how skeptical you are. When I walked out of the court, I was calling the different person. When he accessed my phone and dialed himself, his number from my phone while I was in a conversation with somebody else. I did not do anything. Later that night when I came home, I opened my emails, and here was email composing to him. I was not composing that email.
Right. Yeah, like I don't know. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm just going to tell you, I'm very skeptical of all of this. I understand, you know, sometimes a relationship ends, things don't go well, and, you know, maybe he's done some sketchy things, and of course you feel nervous and suspicious. I'm not discounting that at all.
Ma'am, I had 24 pounds of gas released in my house at night. I don't feel skeptical about that. My life was in danger.
Okay. And I don't feel skeptical about that either, but what I'm telling you is that there's no corroborating evidence to prove that he did any of those things. That's what I'm telling you. And I'm also telling you, I don't believe he is. Do your Ring cameras work most of the time?
Ma'am, I removed Ring cameras because they were not working whenever I left home or went to sleep. There was no video record on cameras.
Okay. But either way, in this country, we require more than someone's word to charge somebody with a crime. I don't know what happened, but what I know is there's no corroborating evidence to charge him. I don't have any information to contact him, and most of the rest of the story is pretty fantastical about him being a M16 spy.
MI6, not M16.
MI6, I'm sorry.
Signal Intelligence.
Either way though, let's just cut to the chase here. There's no corroborating evidence, is what I'm telling you. Hang on to that injunction. If you have any contact with him, call the police and have him served. If you come into contact, it sounds like you have information or you've had ongoing contact with associates of his, try to get his location information so you can have him served.
Yes,
that's
I
your best bet.
That last night and she's not responding.
You what?
I contacted her last night and she's not responding through Telegram app. I don't know where she is. So she herself, I believe, purchased or is renting something someplace. Her name is Ariana Love.
This is his girlfriend, right?
Yes, and this person contacted me after the gas event, morning of January 19th, and also after I was checking my car and found the oil on the frame. From different account with her name, I was contacted. How did you like my article on Telegram? After that account was deleted. I got a screenshot.
Okay.
Of course, you can say that's just a weird coincidence. It's also a weird coincidence.
I'm not saying it's a coincidence, but we have no idea who it is on Telegram.
Well, okay, and it is a weird coincidence that here is a person calling from Bolivia warning me about Adam Smith, and then 12 hours later I have a gas released in my house.
How did this unknown person in Bolivia get your contact information?
Well, he's acquaintance of Adam Smith on Telegram, and I spoke to him couple times. He called me through WhatsApp, and he just called me himself.
Okay. And did he say how he got your contact information?
Well, we were on Telegram. I was invited to the group on WhatsApp app, which I left, but that's how he had my contact number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know, but I know none of this is any kind of evidence against this Adam Smith. I don't know if he's involved in any of these incidents. I don't know, we don't know. But what I know is I would avoid contact with him and his associates. Keep your injunction ready to have him served. And, even this thing with the insurance company is not really a solid, he's not stealing your identity. He's somebody, and we don't even know if it's him. That's why you've got to contact the insurance company. It's somebody that you've previously authorized a charge for.
I did not authorize him to use card, and whenever was used, usually I ordered this stuff. Okay? You are implying that I authorized him to use a card. I did not authorize him to use a card.
Okay, what I'm saying, listen carefully, is that you have made a charge on his behalf with this specific insurance company, correct? You made the charge.
In February,
listen,
I paid for
I hear you. I hear you.
Card, with a different
you made it. You authorized a charge with this. It's not a coincidence that this specific insurance company is continuing to charge you. You need to
on
do
a different
some
card, ma'am.
Ma'am, is there any way I can finish a sentence?
No, I'm trying to tell you that card was not used in February.
I hear you. You need to do some due diligence though first, and I'm sure your credit card company feels the same way. You need to contact the insurance company and say, back whenever you were with Adam Smith, you made a charge on his behalf with a different credit card. You need to find out how they got another credit card, a different credit card number, and how that charge was made. Because it's not a coincidence that it's the same business. Did he have access to your credit cards before?
Well, if he lived in a home, if my purse was left unattended, yes, he had access to my cards.
Okay. So, but either way, you still have some due diligence to do with this insurance company to say, hey, I previously authorized a charge on his behalf on a different credit card number.
I did not authorize him to do any charges because I was on the phone myself paying with my card.
That's you authorizing. I get it. That's you authorizing a charge on his behalf. You're doing the charging on the card. I get that. And so what you need to do, since you personally have done business with this insurance company before, you need to call them and find out, how did you get this other credit card information? I did not authorize it.
Okay.
And like I said, the rest of it, you have reports on file. There is no corroborating evidence. Nothing else is going to happen on this at this point in time. And like I said, I would suggest that if you continue to have contact with his associates, I would try to get an address so you could have him served with that injunction. That's always the best charge, is if he does continue, or if he actually does have contact with you, the violation of the injunction, and or have police serve him if he has contact with you. But it doesn't sound like that's what's happening. It sounds like, maybe there's third parties contacting you. Maybe it's him. I don't know. But right now, what I do know is there's no corroborating evidence to charge him with a crime.
Okay, so you are saying I shouldn't be going to police headquarters downtown, and I should not be filing identity theft package. Is that what you are saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. At this point, it's not identity theft. This is a business that you have done business with before. You don't know. You have some due diligence here to say this isn't like the typical identity theft is somebody either, identity theft is actually somebody obtains credit in your name and using your personal identifying information. A credit card theft is somebody either steals your credit card or uses the information to make a fraudulent charge that you did not authorize. Because you have done business with this particular insurance company before, you need to find out, you need to call them and say, hey, I have called here before, I have used this credit card, I have purchased insurance for this third party, but I did not authorize these new charges and they're on a different credit card. How did that come about? And if that is the case, you need to dispute it with your credit card company. If the credit card company says, Pound Sand, we know you did business with them before and we're not going to refund this money, then you can make a police report. Otherwise, the credit card company is the victim, not you. And you're not the victim of identity theft. None of this equals identity theft. At the most, it equals theft of a credit card, which in this case is not the actual card, but the information.
All right.
Okay. So, but anyway, you need to, because you have done business with these people, you need to do some follow-up and find out what happened.
Okay, and the fact that I'm being harassed, aggravated harassment, how about that?
Well, the harassment is, the harassment, you've got the injunction against harassment. You've got to have him served. So if you continue to have contact with, it doesn't even sound like you're having
police being able to access Department of Homeland Security records and figure out where he is living, because documents should go someplace. So why isn't police contacting Department of Homeland Security to get these records?
We're not going to act as like a private investigator for private citizens. I don't have any evidence that he has committed a crime. There's no corroborating evidence. I can't just do whatever and then pass information on to other people. I'm not investigating any crimes here. I'm certainly not going to contact the Department of Homeland Defense and try to get his personal identifying information and his location information when he isn't a suspect in any crimes.
Okay, so the only time you will be doing that when I get killed, is that correct?
Again, I'm going to reiterate that there's no corroborating evidence that he's committed any crimes.
Well,
if that's really how you feel, you could certainly hire like a private investigator to track him down. But even if I knew where he was, I couldn't give you that information. I just can't.
All right, and
I would suggest if you're truly in fear for your life, it doesn't have to be the Ring cameras. Get a different camera system.
Ma'am, I removed the ring cameras because they were used to spy on me. I have closed circuit TV cameras which are not connected to internet. And even those are being accessed. I removed smart TV monitor with just a monitor. Okay?
Okay.
And still my cameras are being, I reset time to correct time, and a couple of weeks later, that time on surveillance cameras was 10 minutes ahead of the actual time. That is tampering with the recorder.
Well, I'm saying, though, there are other monitoring systems. You can have a security company. There's multiple other monitoring systems. I realize people don't like Ring cameras sometimes for various reasons. But what I'm telling you is I don't believe he's monitoring you through your own camera system. I don't believe that. You may believe that. And if you don't feel comfortable with the ring system, there's multiple other options. And if you're sincerely worried for your life, then that's something I would look into.
Okay, so when I tell police that a different person is contacting me, and I showed screenshots where I said back to that person that you told me about that 5-6 times in that conversation. And later I asked him, I have screenshots of that. I asked him, can you get me screenshots of whatever he said on Telegram? And the person responded, let me check. And stopped contacting me, and the next thing, days later, I received phone call from Pakistan, which I did not answer. Now, I gave these screenshots to police.
Yeah, people contacting you from foreign countries or via telegram, it's not evidence of anything. We don't know who those people are. You don't know who those people are. But anyway, I could talk about this ad nauseum. I'm going to go. I have a lot of other cases to work on. You need to talk to the insurance company and figure out what happened with that charge. And if they say, I mean, I don't know, depending on what they say, but either way, you dispute it with your credit card company. And if they deny your claim, and there's a good possibility they would, you can make a theft of a credit card report about those specific charges. So that's all I have to say about all of this.
And what is your name again?
Pardon me?
Your name was...
What is my name?
Yeah.
Michelle Dalton. Dalton.
All right. Okay.
All right. Take care. Good luck.
Thanks. Bye.